Good morning, gamers. We are here today, gathered together to do the weekly challenge. Do as I command! You'll have to force this ghost to give you evidence. Luckily, you found some extra items to help you out. Force this ghost to give you evidence. Does that mean voodoo doll and ouija board? It's kind of what I would think with a description like that. Where are we going? In Sunny Meadows? Oh no. It did say proper Sunny Meadows, not restricted, right? Okay. Well, I mean, let's have a look and see what we get. So it sounds like we're gonna have a lot of cursed possessions, but otherwise a ghost that is very uninteractive. This might be painful. This might be okay, we'll see. Cursed possessions are really strong, so we might make it work. Seems like we have everything, very nice. Feels like we're faster. Are we? I mean, the important part is that it feels fast, doesn't it? So, let's see. Looks like we have everything available. Generator is downstairs, that's not too hard to get to. Charles Knight. Alright, Chuck? Don't screw me over. Right, so, let's grab a flashlight, my beloved. Force the ghost to give you evidence. Do we have items? Interesting. We start on full sanity, so nothing super bad to worry about right away. Let's grab the EMF, and... well, what else should we be grabbing? Maybe UV light? Sure, let's maybe grab a UV light as well. In case the ghost happens to be hanging out near us. We can immediately check for fingerprints. Alright, so... what is this about? Light switch is here, I think. Okay, light starts off, makes sense. So first things first, go and turn the generator on. Which was down here if I recall correctly. Been a hot minute since I've been to Sunny Meadows. Hiding spot back there. I've heard bad things about it at some point, but it has never failed me personally, so... I'm just gonna assume that it's fine. Oops, I should probably turn the EMF on as well. Just hold this inactive device in my hand, wonder why nothing's happening. Not that I was expecting anything to happen. Right, so, let's check for cursed possessions. Thankfully, very easy to find in this. Weird flickering lights, not in the spooky sense, more in the oh god graphic sense. Okay, we have everything. Well done. I guess what are the smartest ways to start here actually? Let's think about this for a second longer. So we can force interactions with the doll once we've set up. So we can drop items in there, and then I'm wasting sanity ammo not by just hanging out here. I think the wisest thing might be to ask the ouija board where the ghost is. We can bring a pill in with us and just get that sorted. Let's maybe actually leave this torch here for now. And just bring the ouija board to the entrance. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Goodbye. Goodbye. Let's not accidentally set this thing off before we use it. That'd be a bit unfortunate. Right, so let's see how we're going to be doing on sanity. I always wanted to test this, and now we have a good opportunity for it. Seems like the ghost is pretty active, but nowhere where we could have heard it, so it must be somewhat far away. Just awkward, but to be expected. Okay, let's see. Where are you? Kitchen? There are multiple kitchen rooms, or is it just kitchen? Goodbye. Goodbye. Right, so that costs, I think, 60% or 80% sanity, let's find out. That appears to be like 55-ish. Or maybe 50. And then our pills give us around 50 back. Cool, so we now know where the ghost is, and we didn't really lose anything for that, isn't that lovely? Let's go and set up over there then. I wonder if I should just leave the torch behind and try to set up a little bit more efficiently. It's gonna be a long trip. The kitchen is on the other side of the building, so we're gonna be wandering back and forth quite a few times. Maybe we get lucky with the clues themselves, like with the evidence. And we don't need that many trips. But with the generator being on, we might be able to just go back and forth here without being too blind. Right, so the kitchen is on the other side of the map. I don't know where this light switch is. Is it here? Is it here? It is here. That did not do a lot. Except for this hallway. What is that light switch supposed to even toggle? Weird. Anyway, from what I remember, the kitchen is all the way over here on the other side. Not the literally worst room to be. Could be something downstairs that's far away, but not great either. There's probably more light switches that I'm missing somewhere, but fuck it. Right, so... hello there. That came from this corner. It's not where I expected this to come from. No, it must have been one of the side doors of the, yeah, it's in there. Okay, fair enough. Like, the way the audio went, it sounded more like it came from there rather than in the room to the left, but hey. That's just how audio works. Right, so this is the kitchen, I presume. No, this looks like the... like a dining sort of room. So is this specifically the kitchen back in the corner, or is this entire thing the kitchen? I'm assuming the entire thing is the kitchen, but maybe we're lucky. Maybe this is the kitchen, actually. It does look more like a kitchen than that. Nah, maybe not. You are tossing things around. EMF 3. Any fingerprints? No. Right, let's make sure we don't have any ghost orbs before we abandon that idea. That's a camera up there, that is not a ghost orb. So I've been in this room before with a couple of mates, and we had ghost orbs, and the ghost orbs were completely broken, and we didn't find any. We have freezing temperatures in here though, so that's a start. You're tossing shit around, that's also alright with me. EMF 3 still. We didn't see any EMF 5 spikes on the, oh really? Oh, it turned off the generator, I see. That's a bit annoying. Not a gen though. It must have turned off the generator, right? There's no other way it would be. Like, we'd be unable to turn any of the lights on. Alright, let's make the trip back in the complete darkness. I can barely see the outlines of some of the objects in the new lighting. Or somewhat new lighting, so we'll probably not get stuck too much, but I hope you guys can see anything at all. If not, don't worry, you're not missing anything. I'm just walking through the empty hallways. Yeah, I turned off the generator again, of course. So let's go and sort that out right away. Since the generator is nice and close by, that shouldn't be too big of a problem. So we have freezing temperatures, but no Jinn. That's good to know. Jinn is a bit on the spooky side sometimes. Let's leave you here and go get more bullshit. I wonder what they mean by you have to force the evidence, though. I guess it's just that they made the interaction chance as low as possible, but the ghost has been tossing around shit all the fucking time. Don't see another EMF, or don't see an EMF 5 spike. That is hardly any sanity loss, so we're mostly fine. So, freezing temperatures, but not a Jinn. That is what we can tell so far. Probably not a shade either, given that it was super active while we were there, but honestly, let's not try to draw too many conclusions just yet. We could possibly rule out fingerprints, because it did touch a door that we then checked, but it could have been too late. I don't know how they set it up. Maybe they made the fingerprints last a very short amount of time. The shade. Nay shade, please. Please, nay shade. What should we bring in next? Let's do the usual, I guess. So, more wandering through the dark hallways. Fun, fun, fun. Alright, Bango. Hope all is well. We're doing a challenge that was called, I think, Make Me Do It or Command Me or something to do it. Which gave us all of the cursed possessions. But it seems like the ghost might be set to do as little interactions as possible, as few interactions as possible. I wasn't even a threat when I said that. I just did the old lol DK language for I'll take your word for it. Okay, so the light is still on. God, that is a very moody ambient light, isn't it? Alright, you were asking around over here earlier, so let's plop this down. Yeah, this effect looks pretty cool for this room. I approve. Let's grab these two. I was going to say, let's check the door, but we can't check the door, obviously. So, I swear I turned this light on when I left, but maybe I fucked up and turned it off instead. I was going to say, maybe the ghost touched it and there's no fingerprints. Check for more fingerprints here. I think it touched the door. I don't think I would have left the door half opened like it was right there. Alright, let's turn the light off. Doesn't really help that much, unfortunately. It does help with the atmosphere, honestly. Like, the flickering light does look really cool. But we have to talk to the ghost, so lights need to be off. Where are you? Oh. Alright then. 4 it is. Spirit box. Onryo, Twins, Mimic, or Moroi. We can rule out Mimic because we don't have ghost orbs. Hopefully. Could be a Moroi, in which case our sanity will be draining pretty quickly now. Which is spooky. So what is in question? Moroi would be writing. Fingerprints are out of the question. EMF 5 would be Twins. And ghost orb would be Onryo. We can rule out ghost orb. I say, with the confidence of a man that has not been screwed by ghost orbs before. Definitely not. Not ever. Let's double check. Not that we get screwed again in this very same room. I should probably turn this water off as well, it's kind of annoying me. I'm leaning towards Moroi. There you go. And then there's one on this side. Click on the actual thing this time. Neat. Right, so this definitely does not seem like ghost orbs. You are tossing shit around. EMF 3 still. At this point we probably should have seen an EMF 5 somewhere, but there's always a chance. But yeah, I'm pretty heavily leaning towards Moroi. Again, this flickering light just looks great, doesn't it? Love this effect in this room. It's not this, like, overstated, cold, sort of, perfectly lit light. Like, it's moody and atmospheric and actually looks like a cool lighting effect. Not just way above the game's weight class. Most of the time the lighting looks kinda iffy, but this room's alright. I think what we'll do is we'll head out and check our sanity. Last time we did this sort of trip, we only lost... what was it? 5% sanity, 10% sanity? So now that we're Moroi cursed, we should have lost a lot more. If it is actually a Moroi. I guess what we can also do is we can set ourselves to 0 sanity, summon the ghost, and then we'll see if it's fast as fuck or not. Because if we go to 0 sanity and then we summon the ghost, or well, we get hunted by the ghost, then the ghost will be fast as fuck. So, well, if it's a Moroi, that is. Versus if it's twins, then nothing fancy will happen. They'll just be normal speed. Okay, that didn't drain more than expected in terms of sanity. It's just me opening a bottle, don't mind me. Hydration is important. That's a little bit suspicious. Fuck, I was really hoping this would be a Moroi, because that would be easy to identify and quick. We definitely have these, and we definitely rule out this one, so it's between twins and Moroi. Writing is going to be a pain to get back there. What I'll probably do is this. Let's pop a pill so that if we are Moroi cursed, we are no longer Moroi cursed. Let's get a second book. And this was EMF, wasn't it? So we grab... I have an EMF sitting right there. So let's grab some smudge sticks. Oh, we can't carry everything over in one go. And it's so far away. Maybe they should introduce like a backpack or something you can store items in, but it takes a while to get them out or something. A little bit more awkward. Maybe like if you're a single player, you get a backpack. I'd be down with that. Right, so earlier I was complaining about this light switch not doing anything. I wonder if it had already turned the breaker off at that point. It would be weird if it was twins, because the interactions have all been pretty local to the kitchen area. Haven't heard anything really out of the norm. Oh, oops, I ran. I was wondering why there was a door in the way suddenly. That's the level of brainiative that I'm operating on right now. Like, why is there a door there in this path that normally doesn't have a door in the way? Let's place a book down here as well. Maybe like here-ish. You didn't happen to write in here, did you? Oh, you did! Oh, there you go. So you are a Moroi. It just took you a while to sort that shit out. Well then, time to leave. Goodbye, Mr. Moroi. See you later, Chuck. Nicknames are weird, aren't they? Like, Chuck from Charles, like, why? That's a bit weird, isn't it? I guess it could be worse. Hands still look completely weird when wielding the lighter. I guess human hands are always something that are... I think that's gonna be awkward to, like, draw and create models for. Animate in some way, but still, these look, exceptionally odd. Part of that is definitely an FOV thing. You're probably not meant to be seeing the entirety of the thing, but still. Those look a bit weird. Alright, with that, it's also definitely not a mimic and not just hiding its ghost orbs. So we are done with 1 out of 3. I think this is probably what we're just going to be doing every time now. We're gonna be going and checking out the Ouija board.
Welcome back.
To learn where the ghost is, and then we'll just beeline right there and try to sort it out. I do find it odd that they make you select the map every single time. It kind of makes sense in their normal play pattern, where after every round you may be wanting to select a new map, but for the weekly challenge it should just kind of lock you into it. I guess it allows you to play the challenge settings on other maps as well this way, rather than forcing you, but still a bit odd to me, I don't know. Right, Ellen Skinner, please no. Skinner, I hardly know. Let's grab the sanity pulse this time. So that we can go straight to the Ouija board and sort that shit out. Hello, lag spike. Oh boy, oh boy. I think literally every version of this game had that starting lag spike, didn't it? I don't remember a version of Phasmo where this didn't happen every now and then. Like, it's not every game, but it's pretty common that you just have this massive freeze in Phasmo. I don't know why. Something about the way it loads must be odd. The freeze happens at a bit of a weird time as well. Here. Local cube can't see shit. Navigates anyway. Very proficient. Shouldn't there be a light switch here as well? There you go. It does basically nothing because you can always see where the entrance to the church is. Because it's always lit with candles and stuff. Where are you? East something? East... Foul? East Foulinen? Foulinen? What? Is my England failing me? Let's check out the map. Oh, I didn't say goodbye. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Can't hear it at all. Maybe it doesn't start hunting from the Ouija board. I thought it hunted from the Ouija board. No, that's the summoning circle. What am I thinking? So we just started a curse hunt somewhere and we lost all the sanity that we just made good with the sanity pulls. Oh well. Well, I guess the east foul line is far away. Right. That was mine bad. Sorry, ghost. Didn't mean to be rude. I was just so confused about this word that I don't know. Does that been your entire stamina? Or sanity? No, not really actually. Huh, it doesn't hurt it at all. Weird. Weird. Oh well. Noob, alright. DK and DK-man, 5 of them for hanging out. Or joining. I guess soon to be hanging out. Now to be hanging out. I don't know. England is weird. A honk well earned. Alright, Fisk. Welcome to our weekly ghost scribbling adventures. Hey, third delivery. Alright, let's see. Let's switch what's here. I'm blind. Foul linen is actually a thing, or linen. Where's the Eastern version of that? You can only find it in the west. Oh, here, foul linen east is 24. Which must be one of these rooms. That's really hard to see due to the light. Yeah, it's the last room on the right side there. Okay, cool. Tyvum map, and Tyvum ghost, and Tyvum Ouija board. Well, Roofer's streaming for a long ass time. That is unusual and unbelievable. I doubt that. That guy hardly streams anything. How many stream have you streamed? How long for it have you gone for it? It might be some old-timey terminology. Whomst knoweth, not me. Oh, is this cold again? It is. Coldest room in the game. And fingerprints. Okay, so we have freezing times, fingerprints. That is mimic territory right here. Spirit box, and we'd have a possible mimic. Right, let's leave this here for now. Let's leave the torch here so we can maybe see part of the hallway. More hours than most men our age. So like, what, 7? So fucking long for it, alright then. Seems like Jagged Ass is working out for you then. Glad to hear it. Maybe turn the lights on back here, rather than in this very entrance. Only, okay. Sorry to hear that. Right, we're still pretty sane, so we grab all of our stuff. Put it in there. I should have brought a video camera. I guess I'll bring that over the spirit box. There we go. Since it is very much mimic territory. I do not remember how Wasteland 3 specifically did stealth now. Is it like how Divinity does stealth? Probably not, because then you would have given that as an example. Ooh. EMF is active. That was a pretty high EMF at first. It just lowered by a bit. You touch the door again. Yep. More fingerprints. Alright, any ghost orbs. This is an awkward room to navigate. Just close this for now. Touch the door again. Is that EMF 5? It is, okay. EMF 5, no ghost orbs. It is a Jinn. Hello there, Mr. Jinn. Yes, yes, this is a door. You touch it, you open it. Right, making very sure that there's definitely no ghost orbs, right? Right? You guys are seeing this as well? BB. Well, here, have some more toys anyway. I know you don't like those, but fuck it. These are yours now. That does sound a lot like Divinity, doesn't it? Like with the real-time stealth and then turn-based combat? Or am I misunderstanding? But yeah, I imagine pathfinding isn't exactly easy to do for games like that anyway. So I'm not surprised to hear that it's kind of mid. Alright, we have Jind. 2 out of 3. Oh, can you not do that on this? I see. That does sound unfortunate.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Alright. One more time into the breach. Camera sucks as fuck. I see. Well, it could be worse, I suppose, if the main thing you're complaining about is specifically stealth. Pretty specific thing, that.
Like this is going to be a tough one. We've had reports of violence.
So there's a thing you can do in this. When you have all of the cursed possessions that I've never done myself. So let's try it and see if we can make it work. I don't quite remember how it works in general, like how to even make it happen, but maybe it's as simple as I'm thinking it is. Right, we have Marie Straffen. Well then, Marie, let's have a look. Dump you in as hard as this one does. Okay, unfortunate. I just kind of assumed that the generator would be in the same spot again. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, we get to enjoy Mr. Deformed Hand a little bit longer. Alright, so if my plan works out, we're going to do... Oh no, it's not in the same spot. I do remember one other spot where I can spawn, and I think I can get there without a light switch, so... or a torch rather, so let's go and sort that out. Yeah, it seems like active pause is kinda not really a thing anymore. So I think the... oops, hello there. I think the generator can also spawn in here. Uh-huh. Found it. NP. Well, grenades are pretty good, aren't they? Nothing wrong with a good old grenade. Granada. So there's no hiding in here, is there? No. I guess we could flee downstairs. I'd ideally like to stay upstairs. Because that way we might be able to hear more what the ghost is doing. I think this door will be locked, won't it? No, maybe not. There are lockers in here usually. Blocked this time. Could just hide in this room anyway and just hope that it works. Could hide behind here. Unless the ghost goes specifically through there, we should be fine. I'm sure we'll find a way. Alright, so since this challenge gives you every single cursed possession, you can do a thing here that looks fancy. I've never done this, but I've seen it in videos, and I'm not 1,000,000% sure how it works. I think it works a little bit like this. Doesn't that look fancy? You're definitely a smidge faster than normal. I don't know what ghost this is. Piss off, Grandma. She sounded like she slowed down a bit, didn't she? Yeah, I think she's definitely a bit slower. Please don't kill me. Done nothing wrong. I only summoned you here by my own hand. She did change speeds a few times, didn't she? Like at the end there, she seemed a little bit slower again. Or, well, at the very end she sped up. She started pretty fast as well. Like, I don't know. Seems like a bit all over the place. She also turned the breaker off right there. Cunt! Yeah, I yelled at the ghost that was about to kill me. Yes, the Hantu changes based on your speed. Not on your speed, on the Hantu changes his speed based on the temperature. This is an EMF 5 jump, isn't it? Like this up and down looks very EMF 5. And I have a little thing here. Let's assume we have EMF 5. So what would this be? Oh, it could be a... it could be a Raiju just being faster near the electricity of our equipment. Since I did have a camera on me. Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't see any of the others here that would be particularly fast. Or be changing their speeds. Anyway, that was fun. Let's grab another one. So is it actually in the thingamajig? In the church? That'd be interesting. Because it was already interacting with the environment while we were in there. Which is what they usually don't do. Hey, you gotta shake them around a bit. Make sure they're functional. It's like how when you grab tongs, you always gotta clink clink, make sure they're actually working. Oh right, the generator was not downstairs this time, it's over to the right. Oral pills, certainly. Or not oral, what would the word even be? Like audio pills? I don't know. Pills that go into your ears. Definitely does sound like a weird ass invention. That I hope they don't actually come up with. Can't really imagine a way that would be more beneficial than any of the normal ingestion methods. Like white ears specifically. When you have a bum or a mouth right there. You'd be able to just use. Yeah, so doing this is going to make finding ghost orbs a little bit harder. Oh, actually, you're definitely not a Hantu, I reckon, because you were so close to the fire and it wasn't slowing you down at all, really. Maybe. Maybe you're not actually in here. And you just happen to be interacting with shit in the area. Wouldn't that make you a mimic, maybe? Not a mimic, a twins? Well, technically mimic would also be possible as a result. Orbs. Electrical speedmate might be an option. I might be too stupid to quite understand how it works. It felt like... I mean, It is definitely the one that I have tagged right now. We did have a photo camera on us, so that would be a thing that he could have been speeding up with. I'm gonna grab another pill and then quickly use the Ouija board to find out where they are. I was hoping it would be in here, but there's been no interactivity afterwards, so maybe it's not actually up here. So let's go get a sanity pill and some more stuff for later. The phone gremlin. I don't know who that would be, sorry. There's another 5 jump. So it is probably EMF 5, isn't it? Although... Oh, is that it? That looks like it's 2 steps, isn't it? Oh well, anyway, let's not fuck around with that too much. So if that was actually 2 steps there on that incline, then that would imply that it might be twins having interacted one after the other, which would create this like on the graph it would be like a step up and then another step up right away. Doesn't have to be a big one. since it will basically be two interactions happening directly, one after the other. Let's grab this and this. So we can try to find the ghost if it is actually anywhere nearby. But yeah, I think I'll just keep abusing the Ouija board to find out where the ghost is. Not really sure why I'm calling it abusing, since that's kind of what it's there for. And it does cost me. Cost me dearly. Where are you? Mail, room, which number? Oh, it's hunting. Mail room 4. Goodbye. Why are you hunting again? Weirdo. Right, so let's grab EMF, UV, and camera. And go sort that out once the hunt is over. That was a hunt that we heard, wasn't it? I should find a light switch to try. Yep, it is hunting right now. Means I'm gonna have to turn the breaker on again in a second. Or no, just the light switches. Oh, there we go. Done. Alright, mail room 4, where be those? Female, hospital, restricted mail room. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 33. That is upstairs, isn't it, to the right? Oh, it's upstairs to the left. Huh, I was wrong. My bad. Okay. So we go through here. Turn on the light. So this is not the first of the mail room, this is the weird room, and then we have 1, 2... Maybe that is actually the first room right there. Oh, it's freezing temps here. Isn't it? I thought I saw a puff of smoke from our breath there. But it should be this room, I thought. From the numbers. You know, I should have probably just looked at that better the first time. It can't be the hallway itself, can it? No light switch on this one. Weird. Alright, any ghost orbs or anything? I could have sworn we just had a puff of smoke, but it could be a weird lighting effect as well. Like while we're still in the hallway and approaching one of the first doors. Definitely not seeing ghost orbs anywhere here. I wish these were numbered. There it was again. Is it just a weird lighting thing? No, we definitely had some like frozen breath there. Okay, cool. Yep. It's happening. It's happening in the hallway. I didn't know that was possible, especially since we checked. Or maybe that's room 5 that I was thinking there. It's the stairs down. Yeah, it seems to be in this hallway, which is very awkward. Because that means it's basically impossible to nail down. Because there's a lot of area, obviously. Right, so this would be 1, 2, 3, so it would be that room, officially. Hey, can you give me a sign, please? What's your name anyway? We didn't check this time, did we? Oh no, we didn't. We checked for Marie Straffen. Ooh. Marie who fucks doors with the best of them. Ah, EMF 2, no fingerprints. you can't see shit. Hey, you're definitely tossing shit around. Yeah, okay, so I'm assuming that's your room then, even though this is where it's cold. I guess I could turn off the light in the hallway and check the hallway for ghost orbs. That's a lot of area to cover. It's going to make this very awkward. Oh well, fuck it. We'll walk down this corridor once, and then we walk back, and then we call no ghost orbs. That's, I think, how we're going to do it. You can also already know that it's a ghost that is somehow moving faster under certain circumstances, because it did start off faster than a normal ghost earlier. So that would rule out a lot of them as well. That being said, maybe it builds line of sight to you while it's stuck in the summoning circle? Because it does look at you for 5 seconds or so. Not able to move while in the summoning circle. So maybe it just had a bit of bloodlust when it started. And it didn't actually speed up, and then when we... Although it did speed up at the very end of the chase again. I know, weird ghost, regardless. So there was such a thing like a not weird ghost. May I please game? I can't place it on the thing there, weird. Yeah, there you go. Have my camera. I guess we'll leave this here as well. What the fuck? What did you just toss? Something. Ooh. Is that this door? It was not, it was this door again. Just checking for more fingerprints. Okay, definitely no fingerprints. Making things go TikTok. The kids approve. Wait, that's one room over though. Fuck. Just trying to get my EMF checks while I can. If you guys can't see anything, don't worry. The same goes for me. Are you twins? Like, this clock is all the way over here. Or, not clock, what's it called? What is that called? Metronome. Maybe you're twins. Right, freezing twins, yes, brain. Freezing temps. You did turn off the breaker, didn't you? I remember having to turn that on again, so it's not a djinn. It's probably not a shade. Hasn't really done anything very Oni related either. It's looking very twins so far. It would also make sense with the fact that it started off being slightly faster than normal. It wasn't fast enough to, like, outright do me in right away. Oh yeah, the breaker is off, so it definitely is a ghost that can call the breaker. Alright, let's see how our sanity is doing. Probably not super great, because we're in the darkness for quite a while. Yeah, this could be a twin interaction right there again. I'm not sure where this 5 jump is coming from. And we didn't see EMF 5 on the actual EMF meter. I was just reading that from this chart, but I might have just been wrong. Has happened before. Alright, Tomb, I literally already make this joke just for you. Let's assume we don't have EMF 5, since I don't know that for sure. Which of these would still be in question? Probably not a Hantu based off of the movement before. Moroi would have been significantly faster, I reckon, and would not have slowed down over the chase. So it's neither of these, I think. We can definitely rule out Ghost Orbs, and we can definitely rule out Mimic as a result. I mean, between these, I definitely say it's a twins. It's a twins, I still hate that. England. Right, let's grab ourselves some of the other junk. Actually, what are we dealing with? If it's twins, then it would be EMF 5 and what dots? No. Spirit box. Okay, so we need to check with spirit box. And then shade would be writing, yeah, and Oni would be dots. So I guess we do technically all three, just to be sure. AI Tomb, welcome in. Turned on some water over there on the left side. It's pretty far again. Let's go turn the breaker on so we have a chance of maybe seeing something at all. This is the game where the breaker is on this side, isn't it? There we go. I know you all could absolutely see exactly what was happening there. The weekly special is do as I command or something, or obey me or something like that. I don't remember exactly what the phrasing was, but basically we have all of the cursed possessions to try to force the ghost into interacting, but other than that it's pretty normal. I thought they were going to set it to be as uninteractive as possible, aside from the cursed possessions, since you're like, it sounded like you're supposed to force interactions with the cursed possessions rather than having the ghost interact by itself. But it has been behaving pretty much like normal. I haven't really had any major issues getting it to do normal ghost things. Where are you? How old are you? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, it's working. Thought it wasn't working for a second. How old are you? Where are you? Are you? Thank you for telling me. Aha, so we have spirit box. That would be twins. So we didn't make 1,000,000% sure of the EMF 5, or that it is actually EMF 5, but it really can only be, with this selection, twins, maybe Moroi, but Moroi would be super weird. Would it be that weird though? It turned the fucking breaker off again. But why? Where's my EMF? I dropped it here somewhere. Not very helpful. Fuck it, let's get more stuff in here. We go back. But yeah, so I'm assuming they've set the ghost to be uninteractive and like least chance of ghost like events and stuff, to make it so that the majority of the attractions that you're getting are coming from the cursed possessions, since they then in turn give you all 7 cursed possessions. Is it 7? 6? How many do we have now? I think 6 actually. So you're probably supposed to use those to figure it out. We've used the Ouija board a lot to figure out where exactly the ghost is, especially on this map. It's quite nice to have that option. If we assume that it is a Moroi, it would be ghost orbs. We definitely checked for ghost orbs. It must be twins. No, wait, that has nothing to do with that. Wait, what would it be? Ghost writing, I see. That's a bit more ass to get. Okay, let's pop our last pill. Let's get in there again. What we can do... I'm gonna be using this torch so we can see while we shuffle things about. But what we can do is we can go and grab the ghostwriting book over here that I have in the chapel, and then we'll also bring the voodoo doll. And then whenever we stab the voodoo doll, the ghost is forced, well, if we stab the heart, then we die, basically. But everything else, the ghost is forced to interact with something in its vicinity, so we can maybe use that to force it to write in the book. To speed up that process a bit. So we'll be taking the second book over here, which I dropped somewhere, there it is, and then we'll grab the voodoo doll. Oh, spooky. Oh yeah, right, I can't change items while I hold this in my hand. Did you just fall into a different dimension? No, there you are. Never mind. I was worried the item just fell through the floor and disappeared into the ether. No disappearing voodoo dolls, please. I need this. I think, maybe, hopefully. Right, so what I will do did I not bring a book on here? Where did I bring the other book? Both of the books are gone from the truck. So I must have grabbed the first book sometime and put it somewhere. As I am wont to do. Also, where's my EMF? I'm trying to find that thing. It is right here. Never mind then. Let's grab those. I would have loved to be able to place a second book down, but I guess I fucked up. Oop. EMF 2. Make Omega sure that we're dealing with. No fingerprints. So I'm wondering how I'm going to best be doing this. Like, where would I run once I start running? Oh, only EMF2 again, I think. Yeah. If this really is the twins, then we are dealing with some twins that are very adept at hiding their fucking EMF5. Stupid loud running water. It's nice that it's loud because that way you can hear it across the map and know that it happened. Helps you locate the ghost, so I'm not complaining per se, it's just inconvenient at times. Right, so but these were definitely between twins and Moroi. Twins would be EMF 5, which they are very desperately hiding. I thought I saw it on the activity chart before. And it would kind of make sense since with the first ghost hunt that we had was moving, like the ghost was moving very slightly faster than normal. Not enough to outright kill me, but the footsteps definitely sounded faster than normal. Now that was the first hunt that we've had. Actually the first hunt that we've heard, so maybe the movement speed is just higher for everyone. And maybe that doesn't mean anything. I think a Moroi would have been faster though, because we just lost 80 sanity from using the summon circle. So it's kind of more, I'm leaning more towards twins, is basically what it boils down to. But yeah, let's see. You just launched my book. Oh hey, both of them are here. You are definitely not writing them. And there's my EMF 5, okay cool. It took a little bit longer. So the reason why people do this, by the way, where they place the dots and the book right next to each other is if a ghost doesn't have ghost writing, then they can toss your book around just like any other object in the game. However, if the ghost does have ghost writing, then when it tries to interact with the book, it will write into it rather than move the book around. So by placing the book next to the dots, for example, you can immediately tell, oh, the book has been moved while I wasn't looking, and oh, the ghost thus is definitely not a ghost writing ghost because it managed to move the book without writing in it. So the fact that the ghost tossed the book over here into the corner definitely means for us that it is not ghost writing. We can rule that out. So it must be the twins at this point. Now there could still be a small chance because I think these are... No, actually EMF 5 is wrong. Never mind. I was about to say this could be a small chance that it is just a cheeky mimic that is very adept at hiding. Wow, that was a weird visual effect. This must be the flashlight on the frozen breath. Odd. But yeah, it could have technically, or I thought it was going to be maybe a mimic that is just very good at hiding ghost orbs, which in this hallway is understandable at the very least, but seems like that's not the case. Get some more interactions out of you if we can. We're gonna die at some point because I'll push the pin into the heart and then we'll trigger a cursed hunt and we have nowhere to go. Alright, fuck it. Let's leave. Enough messing around. I don't think it drains sanity to stab the voodoo doll, which is surprising because I don't think a sane person would be stabbing a voodoo doll using randomly decided pins for some fucking reason. On the off chance that you stab the heart and trigger a ghost hunt to then get murdered. Like, that does not sound like a very sane activity to me, but I don't think it does actually drain your sanity as you're doing it. So, aside from the fact that you might stab the heart and thus have a cursed hunt that ends you, you should generally be fine. bit lower sanity than I was expecting. Maybe it does take some of your sanity to stop the duel. Huh, neat. Anyway, let's get out of here. Definitely freezing, definitely spell bugs, and definitely enough. Yeah, okay. Okay. So that's this weekly done then. I proclaim before the results are in. Yep, there we are.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready.
Boom. Weekly challenge mode done once again. Do as I command is what it was called. Yeah, so I don't know. I honestly don't know what they mean with you'll have to force this ghost to give you evidence. The way it played out for me was that we have the option to force the ghost to give us evidence by using all of the very, very strong cursed possessions, but the ghost itself didn't really behave in any noticeably different way to normal. Like, they were tossing things around like normal, they were writing in the book in that one game, they were giving fingerprints, they were touching doors. These ghosts were not super passive or super sneaky, like in that other game we had. Or the other challenge we had 2 weeks ago, I think, maybe 3. So I don't quite know what they mean with this or what the idea was. Basically, they just give you a normal game on Sunny Meadows with all of the cursed possessions, which is fun. There's nothing, like, inherently wrong about this. I think Sunny Meadows is a little bit annoying when you don't have any sort of way of finding out where the ghost is, but the cursed possessions make that very easy, obviously, so it's fine. It's a good way of fucking around in Sunny Meadows and have fun with it, so I think this challenge is alright. It's just... it didn't feel very flavorful. The idea seems solid and nice. Like, oh yeah, you have all these tools that come with a downside, and you force the ghost to interact with them, or with you, through these tools, which cost you sanity, and that's kind of neat. But in practice, it was just a normal game on Sunny Meadows, where we have all the cursed possessions, which make them which is pretty quick and easy, ultimately. Like, cursed possessions are very, very strong, so... a bit risky, but yeah, nothing too bad. And you get to see the cool church light up on fire thing, which is very nice. So yeah, that's pretty chill weekly.